And again, when a 2 cannon can outspeed you, there is a problem.
I'm still under the argument of that game's not that hard.
Even so, it gave me a ton of shit.
Apparently you played it wrong.
So what's next?
I mean, my current strat is if nobody
Curzon,
else
we
can
have
play
half a dungeon.
Sizo.
Oh wait, yeah, I kind of completely forgot that you were doing
There's
that.
half a dungeon!
I kind of forgot that.
There's an actual dungeon here! Jesus!
But no, at this point, I'm kind of with Brian.
There's no
such thing as a hard Pokemon game.
I've been focusing on rambling about that.
There are no hard Pokemon games. Because,
like I said, you could have a situation where they had random typing. The teams weren't actually one type, there were multiple types. And then you only choose 3 Pokemon.
You also
and they could choose 3 random Pokemon, and you don't know which ones they chose until the battle starts.
You also haven't played the like XD or Gale of Darkness, to where we have both of them. Both of them have a team of all Shadow Pokemon. The guy in Gale of Darkness technically has 7 Pokemon on his team, and the one for Coliseum.
you know what? At this point, I'm almost at the point where
Which one's harder?
People would probably say Gale of Darkness because he has 7 Pokemon.
I don't know about that one.
Because
I found that one to be easier. I found Coliseum to be harder.
well, the guy in Coliseum has a Slacking, which he uses a skill swap on to put Truant on a Slowking.
I struggled in Coliseum because I played Coliseum when I was younger, and
Everyone struggles in Coliseum because it's
I feel like I didn't need to grind. But
Coliseum!
now I'm to some point where I'm like, well, you know, grinding's grinding. And so
Coliseum
I do the same thing that I do in
forces
other
you
Pokemon.
to grind because Coliseum's level gaps are god awful.
Well, Coliseum forces you to grind because you need Pokemon and you need to not be Shadow Pokemon. And it takes way too long for you to just do that without grinding.
Well, that's a part of...
And the game literally gives you a free circle of like 6 trainers that says, hey, you can fight these guys.
Well, that's part of the problem with the Gale of Darkness, is that a lot of people say the boss is hard when you try to catch all 7 of his Shadow Pokemon. If you don't try to catch them, it's a bit easier.
Oh, so so what you're telling me is the game's only hard if you let it be hard?
But this is also the game that has the weather condition that hurts all non-Shadow Pokemon. And what was the other annoying move that he had?
I literally played that game. Like, I just played it. And it was done. I felt Gale of Darkness was like 5 times easier than Coliseum.
Normally I hear
Coliseum seems stupid.
Normally I hear it's the other way around.
I'm at the point
especially that last boss fight, because then I was like, wow, you have all the legendary birds. I couldn't care less.
I mean, normally I'm in that camp of if you want to appeal to an audience, you should appeal to it. You know, that works. But I'm also at the point where if there is an also existing audience, you should try to make a series to go with that. So I'm almost under the opinion that they should have Pokemon in either. I mean, I don't even like the argument of put a hard mode Pokemon, because then that just opens entirely differently can of worms.
And all a hard mode would be is a game designed like Uranium or Clover, which is the game basically blatantly cheats.
Honestly, I'm getting to the point where I'm almost okay with that.
Scyther.
Because
I'm blinding.
I'm okay with Brian's ideas. And then, at first I was kind of against Brian's ideas. And kind of liked how Sun and Moon did it.
Do the jump strike with the sword.
Honestly, I'm at the point where I kind of wanted to make a Pokemon series.
That might work, because you have to do
I wanted to make the 2 versions of Pokemon games. Make them completely different, so you have hard Pokemon and easy Pokemon.
But I did...
Because there's
Present
an
jump strike
audience
doesn't
of people
reach,
who
and
really
you
want
need
hard Pokemon. So you know what? I'm almost okay with the game cheating. Yeah, that's why I was playing Uranium. I had that hard Pokemon itch to scratch. Because I'm like, I really hard Pokemon.
You played that?
No, not yet.
But
Okay.
I started it.
But the game.
But I was
is-
catching what was in. I was catching what was in the
there we
first
go.
area because I've also gotten to the point where I realized that the developers want you to catch Pokemon in Pokemon. Because
Uranium is fucking obnoxious.
I haven't played it yet. I can't. I don't. We're not opening that kind of worms because I can't. I
Oh,
can't
sweet
I can't make an
Jesus.
argument.
Clover is possibly worse.
But no, I'm at the point where when I played Sun and Moon now, because when I played X and Y, I didn't catch Pokemon. I killed trainers, but I ran from everything. I think I caught a few things. Although, you know, I did in X and Y, which is the reason I'm like upset about X and Y. Is that at one point in X and Y, I literally sat there. I'm like, you know, with this EX feature, I could probably train up 3 teams. I made 3 separate teams of 6 Pokemon because I was gonna train them all up so that I'd have 3 teams to be ready for anything. And then at one point in the game,
Okay.
which is the only point in the game that X and Y was hard, so can I say that X and Y was hard because I had this issue? Because I got to a point where all my Pokemon were too low level because I was training up 3 teams. But no, and I realized this, and I was like, well, that's not working. Let's just put Charizard and Lucario on my team and screw everyone else.
When you're in this room, a black light drops
I can't remember
down.
what was my. I think I had a Doublade. Like I didn't evolve it because I didn't want to use up my Dusk Stone. Because I wanted to have like a good Aegislash.
But there's no other things you could use the Dusk Stone on.
But you only got 1.
That's why you use it on the Doublade.
But I didn't want that. I didn't want that Doublade to become an Aegislash. I didn't use it anyway. I used 2. Carson, I seriously could have went to Elite 4 with 4 Pokemon.
Mm.
No, I'm sorry. I
No,
used the wrong
nothing.
number.
Yeah, there it is.
I could have ran to the Elite 4 with just 2 Pokemon because I only used 2. I'm not even exaggerating. I didn't even switch in that game, except maybe once in Diantha's fight because I did not want to go up against something she was going to throw out, and I don't even know if that's true. Because I honestly can't think of anything that would beat Lucario and her team. You know what? It may have been the Hawlucha. Maybe. Honestly, I don't think it was. But let's say maybe the Hawlucha. Maybe I switched once in her fight because I didn't want to fight the Hawlucha. Because I honestly sat there and I was like, I don't want to lose to her because because the Elite Four proved they were garbage. I don't know if that. And you know, honestly, you know, when Sun and Moon tried to make itself look hard, I don't know what it was trying to do because it has that one boss battle with 6 totem Pokemon.
Huh? Uh-oh. But they only have it. You know, I didn't entirely understand the point of that fight because they all.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
What?
They all.
I'm not the only one who thought that was like, oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm ready for this. This is like the challenge I've been looking for. And then it was like, what? Because, you know, when I saw that at first, I was kind of scared. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I was actually kind of glad that they all only had one stat because
Damn it, game.
having, you know, a team with artificial stat boost would be kind of obnoxious.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, I was kind of afraid for a minute. And then I was, like, really underwhelmed.
That Beware can eat a lot of hits.
I think I one-shot it.
It was so.
Actually, if I remember correctly, I one-shot everything in her team.
It was so slow for me to fight that.
Really? I think I one-shot everything in her team.
But
I'm pretty sure.
but outside of the wishy-washy, most of the things I had on my team were physically oriented, so that's kind of why that took a while.
Beware eats physical hits decent.
Eats them for fucking breakfast without any milk.
Are you evolving that?
What the hell are you trying to do?
Trying to stop, but he auto rolls.
Brian has a Cubone.
Cousin, I need to stop in the hand, but the thing is...
I mean, honestly, Carter, I know somebody who was talking about Sun and Moon, and they said they pressed A the whole game.
Okay.
They say they literally spammed their way through Sun and Moon. They
That'll
said,
work.
actually, they said they spammed A through X and Y, and they had to spam slightly less in Sun and Moon. I didn't get a chance to ask them what. I could probably ask them, but
See?
because they rated their favorite generations, and Sun and Moon was way down there, not for the opposite reason that you say. So no, I'm convinced when they first came out, people were surprised because the game expected you to actually like catch everything and fight wild Pokemon, which I know is not a thing that people do.
You shouldn't have to.
I disagree, honestly, because I mean, to be perfectly honest, oh, here he goes. He's gonna make the Meowth stop evolving. But no, because literally, you're playing Pokemon. Why would the developer ever sit there and say, oh, you know what, I don't think they should catch Pokemon?
Because I should catch a core team of Pokemon and focus on this core set of Pokemon.
No, see, I can argue that, because Pokemon is not made to be played like that. It's not. Pokemon is meant for you to catch and evolve different Pokemon. Because Pokemon isn't made for adults, it's made for children who want to catch random Pokemon that look cool. So honestly, catching everything you see probably makes more sense in the design than just catching 6 specific Pokemon and avoiding wild encounters. Honestly, the game is so built around that after X and Y, Pokemon basically says, you don't even have to kill that thing. You can throw a Pokeball and get experience. You could at least argue that catching Pokemon after your first 6 is counterproductive in other games if you just want a team build. But in X and Y, they said, hey, you should get experience for this because we want you to catch Pokemon. The game literally wants you to catch more Pokemon than what you're going to use at the end. So no, I do not know. You should have to catch Pokemon. Is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong. Yeah, she cray. I didn't like her until I got some flavor text, and then I liked her slightly. I disliked her slightly less.
Looks at me?
Yeah.
Oh.
The flavor text made enough sense for me to be okay with her motives. Because at first I thought she had absolutely none.
I despise Lucamine.
I thought she had absolutely no motive, and then when they were explained to me, I was at least halfway okay with them.
I only hate Lucamine
because...
I only hate Lucamine because they pull some straight out fan-fiction shit.
That didn't bother me. But
that should not be in an official game.
I can at least accept that that's an opinion thing, but it didn't bother me.
That should not be in an official game. That is some fan-fiction bullshit.
Well, I mean, you know, that is fan-fiction. She like fuses with a Pokemon.
Hmm?
She fuses with a Pokemon.
See? His reaction tells you it right there.
No, that's not even a bad reaction right there. Trust me, I can get a bad one. I like Lucario Mystery of You. That's the kind of reaction you wanted, Carson.
Hey, it's better than the first Pokemon movie.
Okay.
Carson, I think his reaction to that was worse. Hey, Brian, how do you feel about Pokemon the first movie?
It's alright.
Oh!
It's aged horribly.
I think it's alright.
It's aged horribly.
And I go with the same thing I say every time. You know, we didn't have that kind of animation back then.
No, I'm not.
Not the animation. It's
purely the story. The reason 4Kids didn't help this, but it's a fundamentally bad movie because it is just poorly written. A bunch of stupid story beats. That's not 4Kids doing.
YouTube was the Pokemon and the trainer, and therefore he invited all of the best trainers to this island to prove it.
One of my favorite... This is just a funny miscellaneous fact that makes me laugh. In Pokemon, in the Stadium games, in like Stadium 1, the final boss is Mewtwo. And it's just Mewtwo, but because the Pokemon still needs to come out of a Pokeball, no trainer throws a Pokeball, the Pokeball just kind of appears, and Mewtwo just comes out, and then he's the final boss.
First, before we go back to
Okay.
Hey, there's a really good one with him and Gladian.
Before we go back to the Pokemon tangent, before we go
I don't think there's anything left to say about the Pokemon tangent.
Before that, an interesting fact about the Mirror Shield.
As far as I'm concerned, the game developers want you to do a completely natural thing. And if you don't do it, the game is harder.
An interesting design about the Mirror Shield, its design was changed. Originally, it had the Muslim crescent, moon, and star on it, but they changed that for some reason.
Okay. We're actually almost done with this dungeon.
Because, you know, I also have two
I can
friends at work who are... no, I had one friend at work who was playing it. And you know what? He was button spamming.
Hmm.
So this puzzle can
Ryan's
suck my
actively
dick.
refusing to catch a Alolan Muck and has unevolved a Meowth, and maybe he might evolve his Marowak. I'm half tempted.
Hey, Mexico, what about?
Every time I turn on Sun, I'm like halfway tempted just to go like delete it and get Rising Sun because I want to see how hard it is.
It's going to cheat.
It does cheat. Again, I'm like at the point where I'm almost okay with that.
Hey, yo,
Pokemon games should not need.
A game
Too
should not
fussy
have to
cheat.
cheat.
No, they shouldn't need to, but they do because they're not hard enough.
Lord, look
Because the only way to make Pokemon
I'm weak to that, ain't I?
generally hard, like
Oh,
people.
wait. The only way to make it hard is to cheat, but to the Sun and Moon cheat?
Well, I'm weak to that.
Yes!
No, it doesn't. Well, it does with the one thing, but I mean, that thing's still easy.
I'm weak to that, right?
All of the totem Pokemon are cheated!
What? But they're not so hard.
Wait, it's
But-
psychic?
Hold on,
Or is
first.
it fair?
What?
Pikachu? No, it's Psychic.
What?
What
The
Pokemon?
Mimikyu.
Pikachu.
Hold on.
Raichu.
Oh.
Oh, Raichu, it's electric psychic.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was fair.
No, wait, I believe it's electric fairy.
No, he's psychic.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
good.
Tarzan, it's psychic.
Oh, wait, it floats on its tail. Was it psychic energy? Because it got fat after eating a bunch of pancakes.
It's actually pretty good, from what I understand.
First of all,
And it's, ooh, almost did.
Yeah.
First of all, that's
Okay.
detail about that thing I love. The way that
Because, you know, honestly, Carter, I saw the thing about Pokemon Sun and Moon being pretty hard, but as time has gone on, people figured out something, because that argument has completely shifted to Sun and Moon are too easy. Basically, Pokemon Sun and Moon, from what I've seen in recent times...
Oh,
have
my
gotten
favorite enemy in the game. This bubble that doesn't have a flame that spins in place.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. They're only in this one room.
But like
My favorite enemies in the game. I
I
don't know what the fuck is up with these bubbles.
Like I said,
I have never
up until
figured that
the,
out.
Up until
Let's
the
see.
end of the game in Sun and Moon,
Hello.
Okay.
Let's see.
Anyway, what I was going to say, but every totem Pokemon in Sun and Moon is cheated. The totem Gumshoes and Eradicate are they're a higher level than they should be. They should not be evolved at that point in the game. What's the second totem Pokemon?
Yeah, but they're not that hard.
Is it the Wishy-Washy?
Carson, my thing is, I'd be on board with your idea if it made it like super difficult to beat, but it doesn't. Because let me tell you, I do not find
Something 4 times beaten, but something that has a 4 times weakness to fighting. It was with red health, but something was a 4 times weakness. Eradicate was a 4 times weakness. Should not survive a brick break from a Makuhita. An adamant Makuhita.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but
It was with red health, but it
I'm
survived.
pretty sure I two-shot it regularly effectively.
I 2-shot it super effectively.
Okay.
It's super effective.
I'm sorry. I feel like my argument negates yours,
That shouldn't be because it's a 4 times weakness.
but I beat it regularly effectively.
I don't know if I'm just standing there like, hey, not a bad one.
Also, I'm pretty sure we just defiled the statue of a god.
Nah.
Your point? It was right here. I just walked off.
Why did you walk off without it?
Because we were
You gotta play.
bitching about Pokemon and it slipped my...
Everybody, go play Pokemon Brown. Go download you a ROM of Pokemon Brown.
Isn't that the ROM hack for Generation 1?
Yep.
You know what, Carson? I'm gonna go legally download me some RPG Maker.
He's gonna make his own Pokemon.
Yeah. So you'll have after you get to
It'll still get cease and desisted.
I mean, you don't even have to illegally download. I can give you it because I got like 4 copies of it.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I got 4 copies of one of them. Because
Wait,
I
wait.
bought a
Is it
4th.
on a disc?
No, it's on Steam.
Oh, okay.
If you have Steam, I can just send you a Steam code.
I think I can get Steam. Isn't it free?
Yeah.
Oh, let's get Steam.
Steam is free. It's just you
Oh
chose.
man, that worked out. Round can be RPG Maker legally.
I would ask.
I won't even have to go to my aunt's house to get it torrented.
Should this be in a video? We don't condone piracy.
He's going to his aunt's house to look up the price and decide whether or not he wants to buy it.
And then I'm gonna make a fan thing. I might not even like release it. I might just make it, and then we'll LP it.
You see, his aunt's name is Torrent and Torrent.
You're gonna make the Pokemon game and then we'll LP the Pokemon game?
Yeah.
It'll still get cease and desisted.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. There was that
So
footnote in the Sony conference. Undertale is on PS4 now.
So you'll get so far. Once you get to a certain point,
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain point, there is a there will be generals who literally have legendaries and high level teams. And the first one you fight will just be playing over level so that it beats you and that you have it. Your
Kill me,
game
motherfucker,
continues after
and then I
that
can.
to
You
show
know,
you how strong they are,
You know, I.
so that you can choose to go fight them when you
so
think you're ready.
You're gonna go with the RPG, hey, you're gonna die in this battle because it wants to show how strong this guy is.
Yeah.
So you can fight him later on, probably at least halfway, maybe like
no.
75%
Oh no!
through the
You know,
After you
I-
fight the first one, you will have access to the area that he's in.
Okay.
Now, whether or not you can survive that area will be debatable.
You know,
but you'll
I-
be able to get there.
You know, I noticed an uncomfortable trend in Pokemon
You
fan
might have,
games
you
is
might
that
not have been to the town that gets to the first one, you know, or the third one, but you'll be able to fight them basically. Basically, they'll take the place of the Kanto gym leaders in Gold and Silver, but they'll probably be level 70.
You know, I noticed an uncomfortable trend of that being an NPC in a bunch of fan games.
And there might be some extra people you can
Okay.
fight before that to get yourself actually built up to that level. So realistically,
Oh no, they sent her to another dimension!
So yeah, Brian. Realistically, yes, you could take the time to not fight them and progress to like a side thing that's mandatory. But you will be able to if you were crazy, you could go fight them again.
Why are these witches obsessed with that one pirate chick?
We have to save Before from the other dimension.
Okay, well, Brian obviously wasn't paying attention to what's actually going on in the game. So, the Gerudo, one man is born every 100 years. In the Gerudo, the one Gerudo man has to be king. That was Ganondorf. She hates Ganondorf. These witches, didn't like her being a, traitorous bitch. So, they hypnotized her so she would do Ganon's bidding. You freed her. They didn't like that.
Okay.
They're obsessed because they wanted to eliminate any traitors because,
I don't remember where it's...
hold on, I'm going to try to find it in a targeting, because I believe it's in Navi's information. Hold on. Ganondorf's surrogate mother. That's why
So yeah,
they gave birth to Ganon.
Did not need that middle picture.
Wait,
Okay.
they?
What?
Well,
They?
So they just hate pirates.
You just said
because they
they.
hate pirates.
well, one of
Oh,
them.
fuck it. No, they both say it!
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Never mind.
Well, technically both
No,
of them...
just hold it.
I'm done. I'm not even going there.
Well, technically...
I'll be
Hey, I realize I shouldn't have asked this question.
Well, technically, after Ganon was born, they both could have, raised him. That's a
And
non-preview.
it did not say give birth.
It doesn't...
Surrogate mother, which would imply...
Yeah.
I hate this boss, by the way.
Well, I mean, I'm convinced it's kind of like in Yu Yu Hakusho, where men aren't born until someone goes out and has a relation with a man. Then they have twins, but one's a boy. and they have to cast the bolt. They have to cast the child off a cliff.
What?
What?
Do you not remember Hiei's backstory? Oh, sorry, Ron, that's a little far for you. That's Hiei's backstory.
I completely forgot.
Even though before that point, it's probably not his backstory.
Yeah.
Actually, we know it's not because he was apparently supposed to be a one-off villain.
Yeah, I completely forgot because that's clearly so easily retconned into the story.
So basically,
Well, I mean, when he's telling you about how he got his third eye.
So they don't like Pirate Chick because Pirate Chick doesn't like Ganon.
Yeah.
she was trying to steal the treasure.
Okay, actually, can I say something about the game for a second?
Alright.
Best boss.
This one?
This one.
This boss is terrible.
Wait, no, this is a great boss.
No.
You're playing it wrong, but it's a great boss. You should be using the shield in the other way, not the way you're doing.
I'm thinking about that, but I can't get good angles if I'm on
Well,
the...
that's the thing. No. The thing isn't that, no. That's how you're doing it wrong. You have to get the angle first.
They move.
No, you're playing this. I'm telling you, you're playing this boss wrong. You have to get them where they're both on camera.
They move at random and fire at
That's
random.
why you have to move.
That'll do it.
Wait, you can do it that way too.
Oh, come...
No, yeah.
You can do it that way too. I always just get them both on camera.
I try.
You know,
You
if
get
they
them both on
attack...
camera, and when you see them getting ready to charge, you just get them both on camera, and you start going.
You know,
to
if they both attacked you at once, this would be unbeatable. If they attacked you at the same
and
time.
then the second phase of the boss is even better.
Okay, I like the second phase,
Yes,
but
this phase is kind of bad.
No, I love this phase. I love this whole boss. This is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite Zelda boss. It depends on my mood. Because I really like Ganondorf from Twilight Princess and Girahim third phase.
Ganondorf from Twilight Princess is too long.
However, I do think that the best boss in a Zelda game is the boss that tests literally everything in the game, and that is Wind Waker Ganon.
one more hit. One more hit.
Another interesting fact about this boss, in the German version, their name is Killer Grannies.
And now...
Yeah, Nintendo's German localization
Oh,
team is fun.
my hit count was off, damn it.
Yeah, Nintendo's German localization team are kinda nuts.
Okay, so this is going to be the last hit. It's 4. I just take...
Oh.
Yeah, make myself a Pokemon fan. There you go. There you go.
Because she... that should do it. Oh, damn it.
You did something wrong.
Unless one time where I thought I hit, I didn't.
Unless they heal when they're hit with their element.
No. It should have been 4.
Oh,
The hell?
just took it a minute.
Wait, do they take damage from their own element?
No.
But
Now that gave birth to Ganon.
Oh god, they're young and hot now.
I don't know about that statement, Carson.
Okay, so the gimmick here. When I did a test playthrough, I one-cycled this form.
If this gave birth to Ganon, would that be incest?
Is that like a thing though? Is that like literally? Did he literally sit there playing his little
Shield Rod, go! What?
Literally sit there and he's playing his notes and then he turns around and he's like,
Damn it. Well, not gonna one-cycle.
Mom. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I wish. But not Carson. I'll make
That would have been cool.
I'll make a Pokemon fan game.
I'll take what I can get.
And when you get to Elite Four, they'll be max level.
Actually, a Pokemon in Clover that the champion has is level 99. One Pokemon.
Elite Four, whole thing. Now the game will build you up so that you actually will at least be in the ballpark if you fight once you fight everything. But when you Elite Four, they'll be max level and they'll have intelligent, thoughtful typing. And blighting speed Caesar.
Well, why me Sweet Caesar, man? forces game for he literally forces you to have something that will always hit, or else run the chance of possibly hitting him.
You know, the noise when the shield has max charge sounds like the that ring laser thing from Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
2-cycle. I can live with that.
But nah, you know, I'll pick types like, you know, there'll be a dragon one because there's always a dragon one. That's even if I pick types. I probably won't pick types. Nah, they don't even have types.
Okay. One of my favorite exchanges in this game.
They'll have
Shoot!
the elite.
Motherfucker.
The elite.
It's hard to read.
The elite
I
Four
love
will be
watching
themes.
these two argue.
The elite four will have themes, Carson, and the champion will just be broke. Like, it'll just have the team of 6 best Pokemon, the best structured team.
400 years old. And I'm just 380. We're twins, don't try to lie about your age. You wasn't really senile. Who are you calling senile? Is that how you treat your sister? See, it gets hard to...
Yeah.
I love it. It's the...
Link just killed someone.
I mean, Link does it a lot.
Link's just like, oh, alright.
No,
okay.
he-
Whoa, no, I'll come back to haunt you. So...
I mean, hey, not all heroes are just as tough to, like, have a no-killing policy, Carson.
Mark it there.
No, my
then.
point is...
Not everybody's
like-
Batman.
No, my point is Link killed 2 humans. Most of what he normally kills
And?
on...
What's the difference between a human and a monster?
How
Monsters
many
don't have sentience.
Scorchillas do...
Oh,
Man.
I beg
Are you serious?
What do you call sentience? I mean,
49!
they walk, they do things.
They think like animals.
49 Scorchillas!
So do we.
You know,
It's just that we think differently
I mean,
on a higher level.
This is gonna go back to Undertale, isn't it?
I mean, you can at least argue that
I
you know,
mean,
they attacked
what-
you first.
I
but
believe you said it when Vashan described to y'all my strategy to doing certain things, which was, you know, if I see it, it dies. And I believe you said the phrase, maybe Undertale was on to something.
You see, I only...
Hey man, you know what? I came up with this yesterday. You know when you go in the cannon, the blue shell doesn't hit you. It has to go home to its wife.
This guy came up with a backstory for a blue shell
It has to
in
go
Mario
back.
Kart.
It has to go back to its wife and look and be like, "Honey, I missed." And she's like, "What do you mean you missed? I mean, I didn't hit him. What do you mean you didn't hit him? He went into a cannon." Then she like starts smacking him.
One of my favorite...
Comes a domestic abuse case.
I don't know why, but I imagine a like 60s style family, but they're a blue shell, so the son has one of those stupid propeller hats.
I was watching someone live stream on Twitch, F-Zero, and I was on the chat and I was bored. I was like, what happens when the other racers lose?
They die.
Well, I was like, you know, if they survive.
One of my favorite...
I was like, what happens if they survive? Because, you know, half of them die. They fall off the course, they blow up. That's how they lose.
I should
But
have
what
kept
happens
the
to the-
promise I made
What
back
happens to the guy
then.
who, like, makes, like, fourth
She was gonna
place?
fuck a kid!
Was she?
What happens to the guy who makes, like, 4th place but survives and makes 4th place?
He made 4th place.
And he was like, well, you know, they go home and they don't get alien sex with their alien wives, which I can only imagine works like it does in Avatar with the little tail things. That is what the streamer said to my question.
Okay, guys. So my question of the day is, what did you guys think of Twin Rova? Personally, I hate the first phase of the boss, but I love the second phase. I don't like aiming the mirror shield in the first phase. I think it's really janky and unintuitive. As for the second phase, I think it's simple enough. My only problem with that phase is sometimes I feel like the boss has a little bit too much RNG on whether or not it will fire 3 element shots of the same type. But that's my only real complaint. Overall, it's a pretty amazing boss in my opinion, albeit kinda janky in that first phase, as I said. But anyway, I would really love to know what you guys think. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.